All righty, let's get this link as soon as this video connects up so that we can throw it in our group so that our community can join us. So over there on YouTube, if you're not in our group, please join us, shaycannon.info/group. We have amazing things over there for businesses that are trying to unlock their first six figures. Let's get this link. We're gonna put it over here in our community. All right. That is awesome. I think that's going. Cool beans. All right. Now y'all have my full attention. Welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. I'm your host, Shay Cannon. Everything starts with the blog. This week's blog is at shaycannon.com/routine, ROUTINE. We're talking this week about essential small business routines for your day, for your week, for your month, and for your year. All right. Again, I'm your host, Shay Cannon. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer with an exclusive clientele of 6- and 7-figure CEOs. However, I have a mission, and that mission includes you, small business owners and entrepreneurs who are spinning their wheels and struggling to get to your first six figures in business. I want to show you how to make the money and create time freedom. My freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world. I'll spare you the 5-year journey. Just know that I am currently living my best life and working my best business in Mexico. All right. So let's get into it. Because if you're running a small business and aiming for that illustrious first six figures, honing in on the nitty gritty of your daily, your monthly, your weekly, your annual routine, your tasks that you need to be doing, it is of most importance, okay? It's about breaking down the big picture into bite-sized chunks that pave the road to your success. So let's roll up our sleeves and get into the essential activities that'll keep the gears of your business well-oiled and ready to rock for every time frame. Today, we're going to talk about your daily hustle, all right? Your daily hustle. I'm going to give you the top 5 activities you should be doing every day in your business. Number 1, kickoff rituals, okay? Start your day by mapping it out. Map it out first, okay? And with some SMART goals, with your intentions, those urgency things you know you have to get done, even if you have to grab a planner, use an app, whatever you need to do to sort through that to-do list to figure out what the priority is and what the urgency is. Start the day with that to-do list. In fact, if you were really good, you ended yesterday and left a to-do list for yourself for this morning. And really all you're doing is kind of checking through to make sure those things are still priority. All right. Number 2, you're going to keep the cash flowing because the fortune definitely is in the follow-up. So stay on top of your leads. Circle back to those pitches that you have out, those proposals that you have out, and keep tweaking your sales pitch, okay? Keep tweaking it because the more you do it and the better it gets, you're going to pay attention to what's converting and what's not converting. And we're going to make that sales pitch better and better. But the fortune is in the follow-up, okay? Number 3, I need you every day to reach out to fresh potential customers, okay? Show your existing ones some love. Hit them up. Social media, DMs, because it goes down in the DMs, y'all, okay? Do some old-fashioned phone calls. And don't forget that you can email too, but never miss a chance to network with new people and nurture your current and old people, all right? Number 4, content is still king, okay? Carve out time to create killer content that speaks to your folks out there so that they become customers, all right? We want to keep the website fresh with some good old SEO because SEO is what attracts them to you when they're looking for exactly what you have instead of just content that is trying to interrupt the scroll to get them to pay attention to you, okay? So don't forget your SEO. Number 5, some good old customer loving, okay? Be quick to reply to questions and ask for feedback, okay? Happy customers are repeat customers. So, in fact, what I say is before you go out there marketing to new people, make sure you're taking care of the people you got. Okay, so those are your 5 things that are supposed to be the top 5 daily hustles that you should have. Out of that top 5, what is something you know you need to incorporate? But wait, there's more. Okay, because top 5 is just what's in the blog. I got 10 more for you on this morning show. Okay, I got 10 more. So if you thought you were through writing, you're not. Okay, so monitor your competitor activity can be something that you do daily. Okay, email management is something that you should be doing daily. Okay, don't go into that email once a week and then realize that a potential customer or a current customer has emailed you at the top of the week, but you didn't see it because you're not checking that thing daily. Okay, email management is a daily thing. All right, order or service fulfillment. You're not just fulfilling, though. I want you to quality assure. Okay, this should be a daily thing. If you're working in your business, that should be as timely as possible. And we want that to be daily because we want enough business to be daily, right? But we also want to take our time and quality assure our work, quality assure the product that people have bought from you. Okay. I have even been late delivering something just to make sure that I made sure it was of quality, because guess what? Someone would rather receive it a little late and it be exactly what it needs to be than to receive it on time and it be nothing like what they thought it was going to be. All right, cool. Next thing you need to do, you can look for resources daily. Okay, there are always resources that we need, and we're talking about beyond money. Right? So sometimes we need tech tools. Sometimes we need team. Sometimes we need some collaborators and some ambassadors, that type of thing. Whatever resource you need, we should be looking for the resources that we lack daily. Okay. Operational efficiencies. We should be reviewing how we do things. Okay. And a great way to do that is if something is going wrong, it's probably the process that we have in place. Right? So right when something is happening, let's go ahead and figure out what is going on. What is happening with our processes, okay? You can do a little personal development daily. It's one of the things I throw in there. It's not really on my daily list though, but you could, right? Now, I will say you should be organizing it. That's going to come up later in the week differently, but you could definitely be engaging in personal development and business development, professional development daily. Okay, you can engage in it daily. Social listening. Okay, social listening. Have y'all heard of that? Managing and interpreting large amounts of data, because you need to figure out who your ideal client is, right? You should always be honing it in, because right when you think you know them, something happens, whether it be like right now where there's like this recession, quasi recession going on, and so they're behaving a little differently. Have you noticed that if you've been serving the same avatar for a long time, hey, every generation they go in, they're changing. Okay, so put those listening ears to the ground and figure out, how is your avatar changing? How is your industry changing? Okay, and daily you should be taking mental breaks. Yeah, you should be taking mental breaks daily. You should also be taking care of your body and doing some movement and some exercise daily. All right. So those are some things that you should be doing daily in your business. Now that I've taught you about 15 of those things, I would love to know what 1 or 2 things that you need to incorporate. And I'm going to start with Glow. If anybody can't come off the mic, go ahead and put it in the comments. So Glow, what is at least 1 or 2 of these things you know you need to incorporate in your daily routine?
To be honest, Auntie Shay, it was going out so bad on my end, I couldn't even hear what you had said. But I'm gonna go look at the blog post and then I can come back.
Okay, not a problem.
I'll put it in the chat.
Do that for me. So shaycannon.com/routine. Dr. Tachi, what is 1 or 2 of these daily tasks you know you need to incorporate?
So you were talking about I guess reviewing the client avatar.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something that I definitely need to do and keep watching because it can change at any moment with this.
Yes,
So
yes.
definitely that. And then I'm pretty good about it, but I think I need to be better. And part of the thing is because I'm so tired this past month is getting back to the daily exercise routine that I normally do. But that's because I'm tired, but
Yeah.
I'm getting back on it.
Cool beans. I love that. Good morning to Deborah Mitchell over here on the YouTube. She said, am I in? Yes, you are, Deborah. So let us know what you're going to incorporate into your daily routine in our YouTube comments. And with that, we go to Dewana. What is one or two things that you know you need to add to your YouTube, Lord? One or two things you need to add to your daily routine for this business success.
Good morning, everybody. Literally, I just told my husband last night, I have got to get to a daily to-do list. After coming out of corporate, and in corporate, that's what we did. We always had a daily schedule day, but I was so, I guess, just like rejectful of the whole corporate structure. I was like, no, I'm not doing it anymore. But I literally need to start doing that. So that's one thing I need to start doing. And network and notice new people is something else I need to do. I kind of stay in my own little niche. So yeah, those two things are the main things for me.
Cool. I love that. And Dewana, don't forget that our quarterly CEO productivity membership is waiting on you because that's one of the trainings that we have in there is that daily routine and that default work week. So join us, shaycannon.com/membership. All right. So join us
Yes,
in that.
ma'am.
Keith, Mon, what are one or two things from this daily list you're going to implement that you know is going to be a game changer for you? Dropping it in the chat. All right, we'll come back to that in the chat. Kimberly, you're with us. You're with us. Look, the Dream Funder allowed you to be with us on camera today. So what are one or two daily things you know you need to implement for your business success?
So I'm gonna definitely piggyback off of Dr. Tachi with the taking care of yourself, like remembering to get up and exercise. I'm tired too, and that's one thing that I slacked off on, and the eating properly. Second is to-do list. That's so important for me right now because I'm forgetting to do things and missing out, and not checking those things off is costing me money. So that's a big one for me. And I know this one is like was different, but I like what you said when you said monitor competitor activity.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I'm working on as well because I need to. I know who my competitors are. They're very large companies, but I am monitoring and starting to look at what they're doing as well.
Cool. I love it. Yeah, that top 5 is definitely what we need to look at first. And then we need to incorporate those other ones too, right? It's 24 hours in a day. We got time, y'all. We got time. You just have to be productive. And again, if you don't know how to be productive, shaycannon.com/membership. Let's see. Glow has put hers in the studio chat. She says she's going to take better care of herself. She's going to do some kickoff rituals, and content is king, right? Content is king. So yeah. Over here on the YouTube side, Dania is with us, y'all. Good morning, Dania. She said consistent content consistently, and marketing. Yes, these are important, y'all. Heather, what is one or two? I know you wrote the whole list, but what is one or two that you know you need to add into your daily routine for business success?
I need to just be regular with the kickoff rituals because I do them and then I don't do them. Then I do them, then I don't do them. And reverting back to what Kimberly said, like our brains are not file cabinets, so we have to write things down, right? Like we have to. So I have to do that. And then I am very bad with follow-up. So that is something that I have to get, like that has to be a thing I do every day.
Yes, it does. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, it does. All right. So I know y'all think that is all, but it is not, because I knew that y'all were going to let me finish early, and we had just 8:30, and I think we've been going, 16 minutes, and we are already through the list. But Keith said that he's going to double down on expanding his graphic design business by focusing on new business and buddying up, y'all, okay? He's gonna that means reaching out to new customers and clients daily, showing extra love to existing ones. Because happy clients are key. I'm committed to providing top-notch service in every step of the way. Love it, Keith. Love it. All right, guys. So this is what I got for you, okay? I'm going to go back through this entire list, but we're going to talk about the obstacle to these things and a solution, okay? An obstacle and a solution, right? Because maybe you didn't name one because you have the obstacle that I'm going to talk about, and so I'm going to give you this here solution, all right? So number one was kickoff ritual, right? So the obstacle to that is procrastination and lack of focus, that you don't have your to-do list, okay? So the solution is develop a consistent morning routine. Use productivity tools like the Pomodoro method, and plan your day the night before so that you can hit the ground running the next morning, okay? That's what I do. Before I leave and clock out for the day, while I'm still in the energy of business, I write down the things that I intend to do first the next day, right? And when I come in the next day, I check in with those things and I make sure that those things are still my priority, okay? So that is how you can solve that. Let's see, following up, fortune in the follow-up. The obstacle is inconsistent follow-up on leads and poor tracking. Some of y'all are not following up because you don't know who to follow up with. So you got to do some better tracking. Well, the solution to that is automate follow-up emails, send reminders for lead engagement. Use a CRM tool to manage and track interactions effectively. If you don't have a CRM tool, a spreadsheet, okay? A nice old spreadsheet, okay? I have some things going on automatically that at least help me to identify leads, right? So for example, my Acuity is connected up to my active campaign. So if you schedule a discovery call with me, you automatically go on a list in my active campaign. So if I don't have you anywhere else, I can at least go to that list, put it on the spreadsheet, and start following up with those people, okay? So you see how you can kind of start incorporating little things to help you out? All right. Next thing, new business and networking. The obstacle, time constraints and reluctance to network. What is your solution? Set specific goals for networking, y'all, okay? Such as a minimal amount of people that you're going to contact every week, okay? Use your online tools and make initial connections. You can create a nice little script, okay? People that you have just met, people that you haven't talked to in a while, right? Make the script sound like you, but basically you don't have to necessarily find something new to say to each new contact. How would you say it to one contact and then hone that in for talking to all of them so that you can go through it quicker, all right? Because some of y'all are not saying anything because you don't know what to say. Well, write you a nice little script in your tone and your voice, how you would naturally say it, and then you just use that for every one of them, all right? Content creation. The obstacle is creative blocks and time management. Well, unless you're Glow, because Glow said they flowing out her head, right? But for the rest of us, you might have a little block on what you should be doing content in, and you don't have the time for it because you're not managing the time to make it priority. What's the solution? Create a content calendar. Set aside dedicated time slots for content creation. Use tools, okay? Canva, Hootsuite, all these tools out here, right? For easier and faster content production. And y'all know we love us some ChatGPT can help you with content. Come on now. Customer service. Your obstacle, scaling personal attention with business growth. That's an obstacle. Your solution, implement scalable customer service tools like chatbots, okay? For basic inquiries and frequently asked questions and descriptions of what you have to offer, even what will be right for them. Like it can ask them questions and tell them which offer is right for them. Put some chatbot stuff in there, right? Maintain a personal touch for more complex issues. So for your little minor stuff and stuff that comes up all the time, let's start using some of this technology, y'all. Okay, cool beans. Let's check over on YouTube and let's see what's happening. Nothing. So let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, monitoring your competitor activity. The obstacle, information overload. Okay, the solution, use specific tools like Google Alerts and these keyword tools like SEMrush or Uber Suggest and things like that to automate monitoring and focusing on key competitors only. Okay. Kimberly says she knows who her big box competitors are, right? So she could take the top of those and kind of monitor those on a daily basis, and maybe weekly, monthly, go and try to hit the whole list. But who are the ones that are more closely related in product and service? We want to, kind of look in on them daily, and the rest of them we can save for weekly or monthly. Okay. Email management. The obstacle, overwhelmed from high volume. Now, I'm gonna tell you, some of you might be like me and have 10,000 things in your inbox and it don't bother you at all. I have a little file system, and so I don't care nothing about it. But some of y'all have been taught, oh, your inbox need to be on 0. I don't subscribe to that. But hey, if you do, it could seem overwhelming. Okay, let me give you one thing. And that is your business email, that the one that is your domain, like mine is shaycannon.com. So my info@shaycannon.com. How about I don't have spam going there? I have a whole nother Gmail for my business spam. Okay. When I sign up for stuff for my business, unless it's something I definitely need it to be on my info@shaycannon.com, I use my Gmail that's for my business to sign up for stuff. So I'm only getting in my inbox things that I would want that assistant to pay attention to. It's less flooded, right? So feel free to segment that stuff out, right? Sometimes we be so happy we paying that little $5 a month to have our Gmail from G Suite for our domain. We start signing up with everything with it. Well, let's go and unsubscribe from some of that stuff. Put it on another email, all right? Glow said, I need to make a junk email for my business. Yes, Keith said noted. Yeah. And you can use email sorting and filters as a feature for your emails. Set specific times for checking your emails. Go ahead and decide where that stuff is going to go when you check. Okay. Either you have a folder for it, you have somewhere you're going to forward it to, or you're going to delete it. Okay. Stick to a clear inbox management system, whatever works for you. I don't subscribe to the 0 in my inbox at all. But I do have things that I have, I use labels, I use folders, I forward stuff, I delete stuff, okay? If you have G Suite, if you want to unsubscribe from something, they ask you every now and then, hey, you haven't opened one of these in a while, do you want to unsubscribe? Go ahead and make a decision, right? Another thing that they do is when you start going through, and let me tell y'all, if you subscribe to Heyro hit you up with about 5 emails 3 times a day. That you ain't looking at all that, and it starts to build up real quick in that inbox. But when you go to delete, it asks you, do you want to delete all of them? Okay, if you don't need all that stuff, delete it. Okay, delete every one of them like that. Use your features to help you out. All right. Let's see. Kimberly said, I definitely need to do that. Your order fulfillment and your service fulfillment. The obstacle, inefficient processes. This should be a part of your client journey, that you have these checks and balances on your service, right? That you have these quality checks. It should be a part of the actual process, not separate from it, not when you think about it. It should be a part of the process for every client you service, every product that goes out, okay? So the solution, use inventory and service management software to automate and track orders, processes, and fulfillment, okay? But it definitely needs to be a part of the process. Resource sourcing, find reliable resources. You want to network and get referrals, right? So the obstacle is finding reliable sources. Ask your business besties what they use, who they use, what tool they're using, right? Go to your networks and ask them, hey, who do y'all have that's good with social media management? Or what tool are you using to do this, that, and the other, right? Attend industry events or business events. They often are telling you the best tools for the moment or for whatever the focus is, right? Conduct thorough vetting of potential, we're going to say team members, potential resources, potential tech. Make sure you're vetting it, because what's good for somebody else is not always good for you, okay? I hear people say all the time, oh, I use Kajabi. Well, most of them use Kajabi for course platform because they heard other people were using it, right? But guess what? They paying out the ass for Kajabi, and Kajabi is very limited, and they don't even have good customer service. So guess what is even better? Teachable, right? Thinkific. Those two are even better. It's unlimited, the courses that you can have. You can at least get in touch with customer service, and it costs less. So you have to know, what is somebody else using it for, so you see, does it fit for you? All right. Operational efficiencies and reviewing for those. Your obstacle is a resistance to change. Basically, you just don't want to do it. Okay. Did you hear that, Alabama? You just don't want to do it. But you need to. So the solution is regularly schedule time to review your processes. Okay. Seek feedback from your team, from your vendors, from your contractors, and from your clients. Okay. Be open to adopting new technologies or methods that's going to make things better. We want to save time and money with efficiency. Okay. So another great way to tackle that thing is, if anything is costing you time or anything is costing you too much money, let's look at it. Let's figure out what the inefficiencies are. Okay. Let's go to social listening. Managing and interpreting large amounts of data is the obstacle. The solution: use specialized tools for social listening that can help you to analyze or create some reports, pulling some relative data, and focus on actionable insights. Okay, actionable insights. Sometimes the things that we're looking at as KPIs or key performance indicators aren't the right things that we should be looking at for social listening. Right? How many followers we have. That's great. But then we want to also look at, out of the followers we have, how many are engaging, right? How many are reacting? How many are commenting? How many are showing up, right? So when you get into it like that, then you realize, those are the real rock stars, right? So for me, y'all are my real rock stars, right? It's not, the group got over 500 people in it now, but who shows up every day? Y'all. Right? So followers counts, it's great, but what we know is it's a numbers game. Out of all the people that follow, out of all the people that attend, out of all the people the people that's going to come and do some serious, work with you and engagement with you and purchasing from you is going to be a percentage of that. Okay. So we have to make sure that we're listening. What is growing us? What is not growing us? What is getting people to engage? What is not getting people to engage? Let me tell y'all how just switching this morning show that used to be on Clubhouse to Facebook got more people involved, more people listening. Switching it from Facebook to YouTube just last week, y'all, I'm looking at the viewer counts on these YouTube. These are not people that's in our community. So welcome, join our community, shakehannon.info/group. But we're getting there to more and more people. And so what I knew, we got this description that's SEO'd out, right? We got our timestamps in there. And so we need to put our ear to the ground and listen. What is working, what is not working, all right? Mental breaks and physical activity. The obstacle: neglecting self-care. The solution: schedule these things, right? If you've been listening to me when I talk about time management, if it's not on your calendar, it do not count, okay? You do not get the life that you want. You get the life that you calendar. So you have to calendar in your rest breaks, your vacation time, your time to be creative, all of that. I know it kind of feels like scheduling sex, and you feel like it maybe takes some of the spark out. But guess what? If you want to have sex, schedule it. Get the spark in there doing it. Don't worry about it being on the calendar, okay? Put it on the calendar. All right. So schedule your breaks as non-negotiable appointments. Recognize the value of your long-term productivity. Okay. It's needed. You need to put it on the calendar. So any questions? Because we got some good stuff in today, y'all. Let me check over here on the YouTube. Oh, Dr. LaFera is over here on YouTube, y'all. And what she said is, I'm working off a to-do list, but looking for a place to keep it. I need a routine. I need to routinely take better care of myself so I can be a better example. So Dr. LaFera, you're in our quarterly CEO productivity membership. Keep it on your default week. Okay, keep it on your default week. I just added all of my content stuff on my default week. She said I will do more on competitors instead of just using Instagram. Yeah, use a lot of stuff. Then she said also just starting using content calendar for when I master this content. Yeah, this new content. Let me tell y'all how content ain't going nowhere. So y'all need to get to using it, get to creating it. Okay. Get to it. And I know y'all look at me and y'all like, well, you do a lot of content. I still don't do enough. So I had to sit down. In fact, let me show y'all what I did. Y'all see this little paper right here? I just worked this out, right? So I started off with what I wanted to publish in a week. You can't really see it. But then I said, okay, if these are the days that these things are published, what days do I need to create it and schedule it so that it can be published on time, right? Because just saying I want to do this, every day I want to do this once a week, I want to do this on Wednesdays is not enough. Then we need to backtrack and put on the calendar, when are we actually going to create that stuff so we can publish it on time, right? And it's so funny because let me see, because y'all know I handwrite stuff, especially if it's Saturday, which is my supposedly my self-care day on Saturdays. And so I purposely do not log into my computer, but once I do, I take stuff off of paper and I put it on a Word document. So it just so happens that that piece of paper is not organized on a Word document, and I'm going to share it with you as soon as it pops up. All right. So let me share this piece of paper with y'all. Okay, so my Q2 content schedule, okay? So this is the content publishing schedule. What I want to go out on a Monday, right? What I want to go out on a Tuesday, what I want to go out on a Wednesday, what I want to go out on a Thursday, what I want to go out on a Friday, and y'all know that good old blog be hitting y'all about 1 a.m. on a Sunday, right? So I had to backtrack and say, okay, but when am I going to create this stuff? So y'all know Blog Talk and Morning Show are created in the moment, right? Those are live. But then what am I going to do to other stuff? So now I have it on here that on Mondays, I'm going to do my little FaceTime reels, right? I'm gonna do 4 of them because I'm doing it Monday through Thursday. Then I'm gonna come in, and the Wednesday email is gonna be done on Tuesday, so it's already scheduled. The Monday email should be done on Sunday from now on, because sometimes I don't get to them. I'm trying to do it on the day, right? So Wednesday is Blog Talk and Morning Show. Thursday I'm doing Friday's email, right? Friday I need to do all of my promotional stuff, right? My carousel recap of the blog. I need to do 4 posts for my membership in the Slack channel. I need to do 4 posts that's telling people about the community. And y'all know I love to use the memes to invite people into the community. So I'm going to do that. And then on Sunday, right, now I'm going to do 4 long form YouTube videos from past morning shows. Okay. I'm going to do the 16 reels and the 8, shorts. I'm doing all that on Sunday. And then the Monday email. So y'all see how I know when I'm going to publish it. So I backtrack to know when I should be creating. So that might help somebody. All right. But do we have any questions? Okay. Any questions about what you should be doing routinely in a day? Because that example was for Dr. LaFera to help her out, and anybody else that has content. And you might not even have as much content as I have that I'm trying to produce. Y'all know I now have a new the membership. We did our started our 14-day goal setting sprint yesterday. One of my 2 goals that I'm sprinting on is attention to YouTube, right? So I'm doing a lot with YouTube, and because it's already paying off. So why wouldn't I lean into that, right? So any questions about the content or anything? Dewana said this has been a very valuable show. Thank you. Thank you. Kimberly, I definitely need to do that. I don't know if that's from earlier or from what I showed. I'm not sure. But hell, yes, that right there. Any questions? Any suggestions? Because again, y'all know I always say I am a genius, but I'm not the only genius in the room. So anybody have any secret sauce they want to share about some daily stuff, whether it be content or to-do lists or anything? All righty. Well, it sounds like that's the end. We'll be back tomorrow. Again, the blog is at shaycannon.com/routine. We'll be back tomorrow with the things you should be doing weekly. Okay? So we'll see you then. The studio is closing in 5, 4, 3,